You're watching Marsha on VeroBuzzTV.com.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Buzz TV. I'm Marsha Littlejohn, and I'm here with Janean Barrows. And I have not had the privilege of meeting you. You are a board member of Feed the Lambs, and every time I say Feed the Lambs, all I can see is John May. He does such a wonderful job, and he's sitting over there in the peanut gallery right now. But he said he wanted you to come on and talk to us about some wonderful things that Feed the Lamb is doing. So it's great to see you.
Well, thank you for having us. I greatly appreciate an opportunity to spread the word about Feed the Lambs and what they're doing here in Indian River County and the enrichment programs and our Gala, which is soon coming up.
Well, we are definitely going to be talking about this absolutely beautiful and fun gala, but I want you right now, if you will, Janean, tell our viewers really kind of, and I always say a mission statement because I always think we have new viewers and people who don't really know what Feed the Lambs is all about. Why don't you give us kind of a synopsis?
Feed the Lambs is a community enrichment program primarily focused on our children that would be considered maybe socioeconomically challenged or maybe have a singular parent at home, so we consider them a high risk potential, who need that little extra care.
Yes.
And Feed the Lambs goes out and they actually provide that care absolutely free of charge to these children. Sadly, because of our limits financially, we're only able to service anywhere from 35 to 45 children a year, and that includes aftercare programs, tutoring programs, summer camp programs, and usually at least one large summer adventure for them to have and enjoy.
Something that they would never have if it weren't for Feed the Lambs. This is what I think. I learned this, I think when John first started talking about it, it was just so interesting and so worthwhile. And then you think now, maybe there's somebody out there right now that says, I would love to donate. So what does it take, dollars and dimes? Because I know we're going to have this great gala that we're going to talk about.
It is. It does boil down to dollars and dimes. You know, we can have a tremendous amount of volunteers with grand intention, volunteering their time and giving it up. But snacks take money, true tutors take money that have been background checked so that these children are in safe environments and organized in a manner that they're gaining from. We've invested into buses so that we can get them to and from this location. You know, we don't only run a tutoring program at Oslo Middle this year, which will begin in October and run all the way through to May, which means every school day in the afternoon they can come and be tutored and get a snack and have a safe harbor for them to be at while maybe their mom and dad are working, or maybe they didn't otherwise be in a community that's having challenges morally, and this gives them a safe zone.
And you do, I mean, you check this out. These are children that really do need this. Feeding the Lambs, and Feed the Lambs is the name of the organization. And I love the way you're explaining it too, and John has done as well, because so many people think, oh, there's so many organizations, but when you can take a child that you know will be maybe falling through the cracks, it's helping us. It's helping all of us, because when we get those kids off the street, it is in our favor as well. So really what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break. Then we're going to come back and we're going to tell you about the wonderful way they can raise those dollars and dimes to help Feed the Lambs. And I love that, Feed the Lambs. What a great idea. But we're going to be talking about that because the gala is coming up. First of all, what's the date?
It is November 8th.
November the 8th.
It is a Sunday evening, and it is going to be at the Vero Beach Yacht Club.
Oh, how beautiful. And you don't want to miss it. No. Stay with us. We'll be right back in 60 seconds and tell you all about it. We'll be right back.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN, get covered, save money.
The Furniture Man is a locally owned business that has served the needs of the community of Vero Beach and Indian River County for over 30 years. Here at the Furniture Man, we offer fine pieces to furnish each and every room of your home. Specializing in Floridian style, come browse our selection of bedroom, dining room, patio, and living room. Come explore over 10,000 square feet of showroom where you can find mattresses, recliners, sofas, dining, and more. Visit us at 673 US 1 in Vero Beach, Monday through Saturday for all of your furniture needs.
we are continuing right along with Janean Barrows. And as we took that break, Janean, you said really there's an extension also of Feed the Lambs.
Absolutely. If they don't attend Oslo Middle, but they are signed up for the program, they can utilize the tutoring program at the Harvest at the Harvest Outreach Center. And if their parents bring them there, we will get them back at home. The program runs from 4 to 6. So not only is it a tutoring opportunity, a safe zone, but it's a service that keeps the parents from having to expend one additional cost out of their home for childcare.
And how, if somebody's listening right now and they have a child or they know of somebody who really needs to be considered, do they contact Feed the Lambs, or is there a website or anything like that?
Absolutely. They can reach out to us through our website, which is
www.feedthelambs.com. That's easy.
Thank you.
You know what I always say? What I always say, thank goodness we've got John over there in the peanut gallery, but what I always say is just Google it.
Yeah.
Feed the Lambs in Indian River County, and you're going to come up with it because it's really great. And you're going to find out all about the gala as well. And that's what we want to talk about. The gala is coming up. When did you say, what's the date?
It is actually Sunday, November 8th this year. We're looking forward to a wonderful evening of recognition, education, and obviously some fun. We are planning a lot of unique twists and turns in the evening.
Uh-oh, what does that mean?
Yes,
You know, when John's involved, I never know what you're talking about. What's going to happen?
Well, this year
Is he going to be twisting and turning?
No. This year we actually have a theme. We are doing a Great Gatsby theme, so we are encouraging our guests to dress up, have some fun. We're going to have a staging area for photography opportunities and a photographer and videographer on site for the evening.
And this is all at the Vero Beach Yacht Club?
This is going to be at the Vero Beach Yacht Club, who have been so wonderful and kind to us. They actually hosted our gala last year and this year, and hopefully in the years coming. We love community partners like that. They make the difference. It's a small program, but we need to grow it. And that's our hopes and dreams this year when we have our large fundraiser of being out at the gala on November 6th or 8th.
You know what I was thinking you were saying, and we'll give all this on our final segment here, so you can just jot down the date and put it on your calendar. But I think also when you mentioned really because of the funding and because of the extensive things that you're doing for these children, you can only at this point in time help, what is it, about 35 children?
35 to 45 children throughout the year. And we would love to see that expand. You know, we want to expand our programs. We want to add an additional bus. We actually lost a bus this year, so we're down to one. You know, but that doesn't deter us. You know, we have goals and the kids are important to us, so we find our ways, but it would be ideal for us to be able to purchase a new one and grow the numbers of children. There are children waiting. Oh, yes. How many, you say you have about 35 to 45 children, but what are the ages? They truly do range, what would you say, John? 6 to 12 years old. So they are the vulnerable Absolutely.
age,
They're at that age where their peers are their community members, and sadly some of their members, you know, could be a negative influence on them, so we're giving that positive, safe location to participate. Oh, so great. Wonderful organization, Feed the Lambs, and we're going to take this last little break, come back and tell you very specifically how you can enjoy this fabulous Great Gatsby. Yes. Isn't that when they wore, did they wear They had flapper dresses.
Flappers. Yes, saddle shoes.
Yes, and saddle shoes for the men. Absolutely.
And you can do the
a lot of
twist.
white suits, a lot of white jackets.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, boy. So don't go away. We'll tell you a lot more about the gala helping feed the lambs. We'll be right back.
Attention! This important message is for any American who is about to turn 65 years of age or older. Nation's Helpline has Medicare supplement insurance news that may benefit you, your family, or someone you know. Most Americans who are about to turn 65 years old know they need Medicare supplement insurance, even if they already have Medicare. The Nation's Helpline Medicare supplement team can guide you and help answer your Medicare questions. Call today.
Please call 800-632-2804.
Freddie Wilfrick and Gregory Simpson invite you to Spotlight, Indian River, weeknights at 6:30 and 10:30.
Stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics in downtown Vero Beach. Owner Patty Callahan prints it all, from color and black and white copies to blueprints, banners, signs, prints of paintings, and fine art. Patty makes restorations and creates outstanding graphic designs. Call Patty at 770-1521 or stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics at 2345 14th Avenue. Stop by for all of your printing needs at Patty's Printing and Graphics across from the old railroad station in downtown Vero Beach.
And we are wrapping up this segment talking about Feed the Lambs, this wonderful program in our community. And of course, John May has been on the show several times talking about it. When he walked in today, he said, I want you to meet Janean Barrows. And Janine, of course, is a board member of Feed the Lambs and doing so much. And I bet they put you on there to help with that gala, because boy, does that sound like fun.
It is. It's going to be a wonderful evening. The tickets are $75 a person, and that includes your meal and hopefully some great entertainment, some wonderful guest speakers. We have really reached out into our community this year to touch base with some of our local celebrities, our community representatives, and government officials in hopes that even if they've never heard of Feed the Lambs, this is an opportunity for them to come out and educate about what's going on in the children in our community, how they can help and make a difference. And so you might get to see some great faces, but most of all, you'll get to meet some of the children that are part of our programs, and they'll tell you about what they've learned and how they've grown and what they find so enriching out of being part of Feed the Lambs.
Oh, and that will touch your heart when you hear from the children themselves.
Yes.
That just really does it. Now, I noticed down here, you mentioned the tickets are only $75, and that means you're at the Gala Yacht Club. You're at the the Vero Yacht Club. I'm going back in time. The Vero Yacht Club, and that is beautiful in itself.
Yes, it is.
You've got the boats out there, and you've got this wonderful meal, and of course, as you say, you're partnering with the Vero Beach Yacht Club. But what I want to know is, you've got a goal. So you're trying to reach a goal?
Yes, you know, we run on a tight budget. And I suppose some places would choose to keep that private, but we run the program on less than $40,000 a year.
Wow.
That means we pinch every single penny, and we reach out to those with big hearts that are willing to donate. And without them, we couldn't achieve these goals.
Quickly say what you do for these children with only $40,000.
We offer aftercare tutoring programs for 2 hours a day after school during the school hours and district zones. We get in there and we give them moral support. We give them mentors to look up to. We're in part of an education after enrichment program, which was just certified and approved by the state of Florida education program, which allows us to give opportunity of an education for free to individuals who are looking for a second chance. That 17 to 28 year group, we're looking at them as well. They're not lost. They're part of our community. And so between the children and those individuals who are seeking that second chance, our goal is to expand those programs. So we want to grow our funding so that we can reach more children who, like you mentioned earlier, are children today, but tomorrow they're going to be our community members.
You betcha.
They have great value.
And it all goes back to really helping the world, because what you're doing is you're helping all of us. When you help with Feed the Lambs, you're taking these children at that very vulnerable age, because those are the ones that, of course, are going to step up, and that's the future generation, as we all say. But you have some program needs as well. We only have about 1 minute.
We absolutely are in need of another van. The truth is that's imperative. It's how we get these children safely back and forth from these programs to their home.
So if you have an old van, or if you're a car dealer out there right now, give Feed the Lambs. What do we have? Website?
Website is www.feedthelambs.com.
Not org.com. Don't forget, it's Feed the Lamb. And don't forget the gala. You've got to be there.
November 8th.
November the 8th. Can they go online to get tickets?
They can go online. They can get phone number for John, contact him. Any of the board members that you may see on our website, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're all selling them.
And what?
Acalina Bank.
And Acalina Bank. You can go to any
Acalina Bank. Okay, I thought you said you were going to clean a bank, but no. Okay, Acalina Bank. This is what you have, community support. Janine, thanks so very, very much. Everybody, remember, we all have to feed the lambs. Thanks for being with us, and thanks to you for being with us as well.
See Arts in Depth with Barbara Hoffman, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 and 10 p.m.
Attention! This important message is for any American who is about to turn 65 years of age or older. Nation's Helpline has Medicare supplement insurance news that may benefit you, your family, or someone you know. Most Americans who are about to turn 65 years old know they need Medicare supplement insurance, even if they already have Medicare. The Nation's Helpline Medicare Supplement Team can guide you and help answer your Medicare questions. Call today,
please call 800-632-2804.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Buzz TV. I'm Marcia Littlejohn, and guess who I am here with? None other than our Indian River County Sheriff, Deryl Loar. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Marcia, as always.
Are you as busy as they say?
Wow, you know, I think it's about 80 hours a week, and it's as the season is approaching, it's like you have events on your calendar every evening, and it's just a busy time. You know, this is the first summer I think that we saw less of a drop than before. I've talked to business owners and hotel owners, and they said they've been steady throughout the summer, and here we are after Labor Day, and get ready. It's going to be a banner year. In fact, I was just reading, Marcia, where the state projects over 100 million visitors and tourists. Now,
that's a good thing,
sure,
in a certain way.
Sure. Only a decade ago, we were between 30 and 60 million a year. And couple that with the 21 million that we have in our state, it's going to be a bustling year. We recall last February, March, and April how busy we were.
Oh, yes.
Get ready. Here they come.
Here they come. And do you know, after this extremely warm, hot summer, I'm surprised. But yet you saw, as you mentioned, they come here because I don't know what was going on up north.
Right.
But I mean, Florida is a wonderful place to live and a beautiful place to visit. So when we think about all of this, but when we think about this increase, and we could tell on the street, on the roads, you would say, wait a minute, it's summertime.
Sure.
So we're not slowing down. What about crime, though?
Well, as you know, in the state of Florida, we've seen a decrease in the last 30 years. A lot of that has to do with some things that then Governor Bush came up with, which was the 10-20 life, as well as the 85% rule.
10-20 life, what was that?
That was doing a crime with a gun was 10 years, discharging a gun in a crime is 20 years, and injuring or killing someone is life.
Well, we certainly haven't adhered to that.
We have, and coupled with that, certainly, and coupled with that is the 85% rule, which sentenced inmates must serve 85% of their time. And we believe that that's a direct reflection on why crime is at a 30-year low in the state of Florida, because the criminals are obviously staying behind bars longer. Locally, we do continue to see a rise in nonviolent crimes. Some of the crimes that we think that your viewers can help us and participate. Most recently, we had a newspaper carrier, for example, delivering newspapers at 4:30 in the morning, noticed several automobiles in this particular neighborhood had their dome lights were on, meaning somebody had recently gone inside. We were able to apprehend 4 young men, all from Fort Pierce. And they had burglarized 23 automobiles that evening. So,
but how wonderful that you had a paper carrier with it. I mean, that had the fortitude to call and say, I want to get involved. I'm going to call the sheriff right now. Something isn't right.
And that goes with our overall philosophy of know us before you need us. And I will tell you, Marcia, and your viewers, your paper carrier, your FedEx man, your UPS man, your mailman know more about your neighborhood than you do.
You betcha.
And that's why we appreciate the relationship that we have with them. Those are the eyes and ears that we need to continue to perpetuate our success. Sometimes you have communities that clam up and they don't want to share information, or witnesses do not want to come forward. So absent that, we've got to think outside the box. We've got to have our innkeepers and our delivery workers letting us know.
We're going to take a little break, and I want to come back, though, because I want to talk about this, and I think you're hesitating to talk about it. But when we talk about our law enforcement and what is going on, just because you're wearing a uniform or just because you're helping out, I want to talk to you as Sheriff of Indian River County. What in the world is going on?
Sure, I'd love to.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.
The Furniture Man is a locally owned business that has served the needs of the community of Vero Beach and Indian River County for over 30 years. Here at the Furniture Man, we offer fine pieces to furnish each and every room of your home. Specializing in Floridian style, come browse our selection of bedroom, dining room, patio, and living room. Come explore over 10,000 square feet of showroom where you can find mattresses, recliners, sofas, dining, and more. Visit us at 673 US 1 in Vero Beach, Monday through Saturday for all of your furniture needs.
Bzzz.
Advertise your business on Buzz TV. Email buzztvnetwork@gmail.com or call 772-777-1382.
Well, we are back indeed with our Indian River County Sheriff Deryl Loar, and we're talking about so many different things. We're going to talk about accreditation in just a little bit too. But what I really want to do is, as I mentioned going out on that last segment, Sheriff Loar, when you pick up the newspaper or you watch something on TV or you listen to the radio and you hear that some uniformed officer, a firefighter, a law enforcement officer has been shot and killed just for stopping someone or just because he was there.
Sure. You know, when we look at the timeline in history, we're going to recognize that 2014 and 2015 and 2016, really going back about 22 months ago with the Ferguson, Missouri incident. And like you said, on the nightly news, on the social media, this is the era that law enforcement is under attack. Anytime a law enforcement does anything wrong, and trust me, there's 70,000 law enforcement officers in the state of Florida, they're human beings. They're going to make bad decisions from time to time.
As is any profession.
As is any, and we read it, and you know, we exploit the professionals that make poor decisions, but at the end of the day, they are human beings. We have seen a dramatic increase in how fragile law enforcement and policing, not only in the state of Florida, but in the United States, is. So we have got to change our paradigm on how we talk to our young employees, particularly our young deputies. These kids are watching the same social media and the same nightly news that you're watching, and then we're expecting them to go out and do their job, and at the same time, try not to be worried about losing your job or being indicted by the end of your shift. Those are some fragile things that we see.
But Deryl, what are we doing to the perpetrators? In most cases, they either kill themselves or they have been shot. Are we doing anything to tell these people? And I'm a member of the NRA. I believe in protecting ourselves. I believe in taking that course and having a concealed weapon. The people that are shooting these people, they get those guns off the street. It has nothing to do with gun control.
Sure, you're exactly right. And you have copycats, you have martyrs, you have folks that are so embedded in social media that they see this.
And the news is making such a spotlight of it all.
It truly is. And that's why I've said on your show before that I wish we could hit the reset button and say, think about the times when we all got along. Look, 14 years ago, we had a whole different perspective. Our nation had been rocked. We were opening the doors for each other. We all had American flags. We all had a hot list. People were, in other words, behaving. And now we have an atmosphere that is so fragile that we've got to continue to work. How do we do that? Well, we do a lot of things like our accreditation process. And your viewers may say, what is this accreditation thing? Well, we're proud in Indian River County to be quadruple accredited. Accreditation is a process that makes sure you are policing the police, essentially. You would not send your child or grandchild to a non-accredited university. You would not go to a non-accredited hospital, more than likely. Our law enforcement folks have rules that they must play by in addition to society's rules.
All right, here's what I want you to do. I want you to hold that thought. We're going to come back in 60 seconds and talk about this accreditation and also how it is affecting all of us right here in Indian River County with our law enforcement that is doing such a magnificent job in protecting us. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics in downtown Vero Beach. Owner Patty Callahan prints it all, from color and black and white copies to blueprints, banners, signs, prints of paintings, and fine art. Patty makes restorations and creates outstanding graphic designs. Call Patty at 770-1521 or stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics at 2345 14th Avenue. Stop by for all of your printing needs at Patty's Printing and Graphics across from the old railroad station in downtown Vero Beach.
And we are continuing our talk with the Indian River County Sheriff, and of course he is Deryl Loar, and we're talking about accreditation. So there is a check and balance of all law enforcement, but what is that doing I mean, what are you doing to get those guys that are killing us off?
Well, first of all, we've got to make sure that our men and women in uniform are policed properly internally. We've got to make sure that they're highly trained and highly efficient in what they do. We believe that with frequency comes efficiency. The more frequently we do something in our lives, presumably the more efficient we are. As far as accreditation goes, our latest accreditation is our 911 office, which we handle over 200,000 calls for service a year. Those men and women obviously work 24 hours a day. There is a book of accreditation standards that they are doing what they are saying they are due. So they are being trained and they are more efficient in their jobs.
Has anything changed though over the years?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's about managing risk, and it's about being consistent with our policing activities. Our second accreditation is what is known as the CFA, which is our accreditation on the state side for our law enforcement. You will see most of our law enforcement officers look similar, act similar, follow the same policies and procedures, which they have to. We double check those and triple check those, and then we have outside assessors that come in, accreditation assessors. So imagine OSHA coming to a large job site and making sure that you've got everything that you need. Our county jail, which can house up to 717 inmates. Currently we have about 400 inmates. That has a whole separate accreditation process that says they are treating those inmates the way they should be treated. Remember, 70% have not been convicted yet, so they still have rights like the most of us. Another one that we've indulged in is a federal accreditation, which means not only are our policies and practices recognized, we manage our risk a heck of a lot better because we know that we're playing within the guidelines of these policies and procedures, which are recognized throughout the nation. That is very healthy for an organization. And you say, why? Well, imagine an agency that was not accredited. In other words, they could work outside the boundaries of policies and procedures. That's when your management of your risk goes down. That's when your liability exposure goes up.
Who studies all of this? Who puts the right thing to do on a list for you to follow?
We have obviously we have think tanks. We have the accreditation standards and procedures group that establishes these, and these are nationwide recognized best practices.
And they keep up with the mentality of these criminals that are on the street that are killing our law enforcement.
Absolutely. Anytime we have a particular incident, let's say it's a homicide, there's certain things that must be done. We are reviewed by an external force that says, let's see what you did on that particular shooting, particular pursuit, that particular bomb threat. And if you're not following those guidelines, then you're out of compliance. Then you lose your accreditation, which is not a good thing.
All right, this is why we are so proud of our law enforcement right here in Indian River County. But I have to say there is something that we must do to let everybody know that when you are pulled over or you are spoken to by a law enforcement officer, you do it. You'll have your chance later to argue with them or give your side of the story, but follow the command.
That's right.
I mean, why aren't our kids being taught that as children? So Deryl Loar, you're doing a great job. I thank you so much for coming on and talking to us. Congratulations on the accreditation.
Thank you.
All right, we feel a lot safer now.
Good for you.
Right up there at the helm. Thanks for being with us.
You're welcome, Marcia.
And thanks for you watching us. We hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you in just a minute.
Advertise your business on Buzz TV. Email buzztvnetwork@gmail.com or call 772-777-1382.